We got 6 pickups. We got 1 setup we're gonna do 20 by 30. We in Texas, hot. So gotta have your little hat, get your little something, keep the steam off of you. All right, let's get to it.
Welcome back to another Rental Boys vlog. Today we're riding with our tent lead, picking up and delivering some orders. So we are currently working on developing a new tent team, so stay tuned to figure out what the responsibilities are and what are Coby's expectations and goals for this new team. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
We done pulled up at the first stop. It's a 20 by 30 setup. It's gonna be for some apartments. We set this same job up last year, so I kind of got an idea just about how we're gonna do it. But we're about to walk in and talk to the leasing office to get the full concept of what they want us to do today. Good morning. Hello, we're here to set up the tent.
When you do that, you can bring the truck around to the side. There's a door there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Same thing as last time. We got you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'll get the post. Todo. First thing is the blues. This is the frame.
While setting up the tent, Coby realized he forgot a couple of things like the middle pole that creates the tension for the frame tent. So the plan was to unload the truck and disconnect the truck from the trailer and head back to the warehouse and grab those poles.
We ran out of the warehouse, didn't get no wires or corners. We loaded up everything else we need, but it's the small things, man. Sometimes you just overlook them. So you gotta walk through every detail once you get through loading up to make sure this don't happen. All right.
Aside from forgetting the poles and a couple other things, this setup went very smooth. And this was the only delivery and setup that we had for this day. The rest were all pickups.
As a team lead, what are the responsibilities of the tent team?
All right, the main function and responsibilities of the tent team is to install tents, put them up, and take them down. We got all sizes of tents, ranging anywhere from 10 by 10s to 40 by 40s, 20 by 20s, 20 by 30s, 40 by 60s, 30 by 60s. We got 2 separate kinds. We got frame tents and we got poles. And then sometimes you setting everything up. We do big setups like SneakerCon, the Reggae Festival. Some of these events don't have tents, but have a large quantity of chairs and tables, and we still set them up. Just pulled up on the second job. This one is a pickup. We got a 20 by 30 pole tent, so you'll get to see the difference between the 20 by 30 tent we just did that we installed at the delivery is a frame tent. This one is a pole tent. So you get to see some stuff is the same, but a lot of stuff is different.
This order consisted of 35 white foldable chairs, 1 8-foot rectangular table, 5 60-inch round tables, 22 double head stakes, and 1 20 by 30 pole tent. Once we arrived at the customer's location, I asked Coby, when it comes to pole tents or frame tents, what is the difference between the setup and teardown?
Setup and teardown, they're a lot different. On the frame tent, the frame essentially holds the tent up. So all we do is gotta put the frame together, put the tent up, and then stake it to the ground. On the pole tent, the poles and the straps, the tension pulling actually holds the tent up. So there's no frame in between, nothing, they help hold it up. So it's like a domino. Once you pop one or loosen the tension anywhere on that tent, the whole tent is vulnerable.
While on the way to the next location, I asked Coby what are his expectations for this new tent team.
Right now the tent team is small. It's me and 1 guy or me and 2 guys. I would like to see the tent team grow, at least big enough to where we don't have to, one team doesn't have to do every tent. Sometimes that's a doozy because if you get multiple tents in a day, your hours in between each job, that's a long day to try to get a bunch of tents put up or took down. So to have a multi-team, like he lists 2 or 3 tent teams, and then I'm just overseeing all of them, so that way you don't have to try to do multiple tents. On big tents, 40 by 60s, 30 by 60s, 40 by 80s, like 1 tent can take up majority of the day. So then you're against the clock on the next one always.
The next pickup was in the Colony, consisting of 125 black foldable chairs, 15 60-inch round tables, 2 whiskey barrels, and 1 projector stand.
Essentially, anytime you strapping something, you want the strap to be pulling at a downward motion to pin stuff down. Good. That's right, fella. Another one down. Boy, it's heating up out there. We had 6 pickups on 1 delivery. We finished the delivery in 2 pickups. Now we got 3 other pickups, and this is how close they are. We're gonna go to this one, leave here, go to this one, and then this one. They're all in Frisco, Aubrey area. Usually when you get a route, tent-wise, sometimes we'll get all over the place, depending on where the tents are. But once you finish the tents, everything else is gonna be in the same radius. We at the last stop of the day. As you can see, we pretty full, but we're gonna have to find somewhere to put the rest. Whenever you rolling this up, the zippers back here, you want to always roll towards the zipper.
Are these stakes specifically for bounce houses?
Not specifically. We can use the bigger stakes, but I like these stakes because there's kids playing around the bounce house, and these stakes are hook stakes, so we can disappear them in the ground flat with the ground, so kids ain't running, tripping over them, falling on them. You want to get as much air as you can out before you start to roll.
When there's like little trash and stuff under the tent or like the balloons at that last pickup, are we responsible for cleaning that up?
No, we're not responsible for cleaning it up. Only thing we're responsible to do, if it's on some of our equipment, we'll take it off. Sometimes if there's a trash handy somewhere like that, we'll throw it away, but other than that, we just take it off and keep it moving. Most people get their own stuff off, but you always got a few who just leave it on there for tape on tables, tape on chairs. We'll try to get what we can see, but once we get back to the warehouse and the cleaning process, they'll take all the rest of the stuff where they're supposed to, you know.
While on the way back to the warehouse, I asked Coby what tools will be used for the tent team.
Well, we bring dollies, which that help us move the items back and forth. We bring sledgehammers. We got a machine that'll knock the hammers in knock the stakes into the ground for you. It's a big tool, keep you the wear and tear. It breaks a lot because it's a lot of pounding to knock the stakes in. But I mean, when it's up and running, it saves you a bunch of time and energy getting them in. Stake puller, which helps you pull them out a lot easier. Tarps, try to keep the tents a little good. Sometimes I don't use the tarps only because the grass is fluffy and good, and I mean, we moving quick. But we got them just in case it's dirty, mud or something. We can keep them fresh longer.
So what are some personal accessories you use to combat this extreme weather?
We got 101 today, real feel about 106. We're going into August, so it's gonna be one of the hottest months of the year. So we might get day up on day of that kind of heat. I mean, just find a steady pace, I think, and work at a steady pace, not fast, not too slow. You're gonna get some heat exhaustion and some muscle fatigue. So you gotta hydrate at night, take a picture to bed with you. Make sure you get your water in at night because it's hard to hydrate when you're losing it.
But that concludes this vlog. I hope it was interesting learning about the team that we're putting together. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you aren't already. My name's Steven, and until next time, peace.